Well, now that we're recording, Ben Affleck's out as Batman, everybody. So we're doing a casting video to see who's going to be Batman. We were just talking for like 5 minutes, and I realized I didn't hit record on the audio. So back to what we were saying?
What I was going to say is not to shit on our video before we even start it. But it kind of doesn't matter who Batman is. I think it's more important on who the bad guy is and who's going to play him and how good that is. Because if throughout the years, to me, they're kind of all the same.
I think it also depends on like the writing and
that's what I mean.
The director and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I do think it's fun to see different people in the suit and stuff.
Like I don't think that George Clooney was bad. I just think his movie was bad.
Come on, sing! Louder! Come on, sing! Come on!
I agree. I agree with you to an extent. I think like certain actors would be really cool in the role.
Yeah,
and see the way they.
Oh, and so
I think it actually more is who could be a good Bruce Wayne, because in the suit, it's 90% of the time it's not even really them in the suit.
And let's be honest, Batman's not much of a talker.
Yeah,
I mean it's not like he's like Iron Man or something.
Since you put 7, I told him to make a list. I said, hey, you do no more than 5, at least have more than 3. And then he comes into my room and I was like, you ready? And he's like, yeah. And I asked him how many he has. He's like, I got 7. And I was like, what the fuck? I stopped at 5.
Because you told me to do more than 5.
Is that what came out of my mouth? Because that's not what I meant.
Yeah, you said at least more than 5. And because I was thinking 3 to
I'm
5.
pretty sure I said at least more than 3, and your ears just heard me say 5.
Well, 7 is more than 3.
Well, yeah.
So
yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
And then I go, okay, I'm gonna come in with 35 of them, and you're like, oh, okay.
You only got 7, so you got a ways to go.
I can say 35 names. They won't be good. Making sure it's recording.
Yeah, because you see, now you know why I'm paranoid, because sometimes I just don't hit the
I'll
button.
just be like the cast of
Three's Company.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go first since you have 7? Mine's in no particular order. Is yours in like a best to least or anything? Because mine's just I just wrote them as I thought of them.
Wrote them as you thought of them. No, mine's not in any particular order really. But I'll do my first one. But I really don't think this one would ever come true. But I think Jon Hamm is perfect.
I would love Jon Hamm if they're.
I know they're,
but
looking
like
for
they're because this is supposed to be like his early years of Batman supposedly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe he trained for a long.
But
time.
I mean, I don't not like Jon Hamm looks old. I think he could be fine as it,
I think
because obviously,
especially as Bruce Wayne, as we just talked about.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good choice. I think he'd be really good in the role, and he really wants to be in it, which would be cool. Like he'd care about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll happen because it looks like they're looking for someone that can like do 3 to 4 movies, build a universe and shit like that. But
when you see Jon Hamm, who do you think of? Like what? Like movie or show do you?
I just think of Mad Men because that's what he's most known for.
So do I.
But I think of like the Black Mirror episode he was in. Have you seen that?
No.
That's a really good episode. It's like they did like a Christmas episode with him. And I also think of
What about Baby Driver?
Oh yeah,
He's a little crazy in that one too.
Yeah, he was really good in that.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, what's the movie called that Taylor always fucks up the name? The one that we just watched, you fell asleep during it.
Oh.
Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah.
I think of that because that's more recent as well. But he's good in all those.
He's good in that too.
And he does really good in action.
Yeah, he's a good actor, and I think it'd be easy for him. But I don't think they're gonna cast him because they want to go younger. But literally, he was the first person I thought of.
Yeah. No, I like him a lot as Batman. You want to know who mine is?
Sure.
First person I got on the list. Now, this is actually someone that's rumored that the Warner Brothers is looking at. And I think he'd be really cool for it. It would be very different. But Robert Pattinson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he'd be... Because, like, I've seen him in a lot more of, like, his indie movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a very good actor. And I think he would have the good, like, loner. Like, he could play, like, a good loner well.
For sure.
Like, as Batman. And... like the action, like they can teach him that, I haven't seen him do too many action things besides like those vampire movies, but
yeah,
I think he would be really cool in the role. It'd be different, and
it would be different.
I think he has like I saw online, I forget where, I could put it up right here, but like someone did like they drew him as Batman, and it looked pretty good. Like it looked like he fit the mask well.
I haven't seen a lot of stuff with him in it.
Mm-hmm. I forget the name of the movie, but do you remember Pete Davidson was on like Seth Meyers or something, and he was wearing the shirt of him and kept talking about the movie? I watched that movie. That's a really good movie. And it's just like him like just struggling and like trying to get along, and he has like a disabled brother and he's taking care of him and like getting chased by the cops and all this stuff. It's a really good movie. Like that's made me like, oh wow, I actually do like him. Because I didn't see him in much before that.
I've only seen him interviewed, and he seems like a likable guy. And it's because I didn't want to go see those movies he was in before.
Yeah.
You know, but then I've heard that he's better than those movies.
He, pretty sure he almost got fired a couple times, and it's only because they got like he hated doing them too. So like that made me like him too. I was like, oh, you didn't like those also? Okay.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So who's your next choice as Batman?
Liam Hemsworth.
Oh. That'd be different. That'd be kind of funny for that family. They got Thor and Batman in the family.
Yeah, I figure they could fight each other.
Did you know he auditioned for Thor and almost beat his brother to it?
No, but that makes
They
sense.
both auditioned for Thor. That's like, can you
That is
imagine
kinda
like
weird.
that like Thanksgiving and they're like, he's like, I got Thor, you didn't.
Yeah, and then 10 years later, he's like, oh, more than that. And he's like, yeah, now I'm Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I figured he's young. He's big.
Yeah.
You know?
I would have never thought of him for Batman, but I think that's a good choice. I could see that, especially if they're going for young, because like he looks really young.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be cool.
Oh, good.
Huh. You surprised me with that. I'm surprised you even thought of him. What made you think of him?
I actually was looking up young.
Oh, so you cheated.
How's that
You're a dirty
cheating?
cheat. You didn't just use your brain. You cheated.
No, I looked up young actors, and like what's his name? The guy that you just mentioned.
Robert Pattinson.
He was on the list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I was like, I can't picture him as Batman.
Wow, what a dick.
I'm just saying.
Throwing shade after I choose, huh? No, but I think he would be. That'd be interesting. Like that's something if they announced, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's different. I'd be cool with that.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Next guy I got on here, Zac Efron.
Okay, so
Is that on your list
he's
too?
on my list.
He's on your list as well?
Yeah, and I do want to say I wouldn't have picked him a month ago.
But because the Ted Bundy movie coming out makes you interested in him?
Yeah, and you know he can be built up. He can look big. I mean, he's pretty big as it. I mean, he's big for like a little dude, if that makes any sense.
Sounds stupid, but it makes sense.
Well, I'm picturing him next to like The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Rock would be like Bane, and he could fight him.
But the little
That'd be actually cool.
little few things I've seen of him in that Ted Bundy movie
Mm-hmm.
has sold me and I like him anyways.
Mm-hmm.
From Neighbors and stuff, he was just funny.
Yeah.
But then seeing him in that serious role as Ted Bundy in the little clips I've seen, I was like, oh yeah, he'd be pretty good.
I always thought that he'd be a good Terry McGinnis, which is Batman Beyond. Which like later you find out he's like a clone of Batman, basically. He was put into his mom and all this shit. But
That's weird.
yeah. But I think he'd be a good Bruce Wayne as well. I think he could play like the rich man.
Oh, for sure.
And then go into like
Yeah.
kicking dudes' asses as a vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it'd be really cool seeing him as Batman. Like, and I think he could totally do it acting, especially like, because this next one's a detective movie, like I've said.
Yeah.
I don't remember if this was in the when we weren't recording or not.
It was while we were recording.
But I just totally think that like I'd be excited to go see a Zac Efron Batman movie.
I could see them picking him for two reasons. One, because it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And two, because I know he'd get a lot of hate for it, too.
Yeah, people would be like, "What? You're picking High School Musical for Batman?"
No,
And
it's
then-
Batman the Musical.
And then I think they would. I mean, every time someone gets cast in this, there's usually hate. Like
oh, yeah,
Heath Ledger, everyone hated it. Ben Affleck, everyone hated it. And then usually they come to like it.
It's just like we just watched the Super Bowl last week.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the halftime show?
Oh, Moon 5.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of his name.
Oh, they suck. They're stupid. You know, why does he get to show his nipples? It's like,
You want to show your nipples on here?
not really.
Has to show his nipples on Pleeka.
A couple times.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But yeah, I think that's one of the people that I was like there's him and one more, him and I guess the next two people on my list. I would be like really excited to go see a movie with them as Batman.
Let's be honest. You're going to be excited no matter what it is.
Yeah. But like for them, I'd be like, oh, I want to see that.
I still remember.
Kind of like a Ted Bundy movie. I'd be interested in that regardless. But the fact that it's Zac Efron playing Ted Bundy, I'm like, oh, okay.
I still remember the night I bought Batman Begins on DVD.
I was little. I was a different time.
And I was like, hey, you want to watch this with me? And I go, this is supposed to be really good. No. All right, I'm just going to watch it by myself.
You're just a bad father because you didn't force me to watch it.
Well, yeah. That doesn't even make sense. And I'm like, you're way more of a comic book fan than I am.
Yeah, not at the time. Not at the time. I didn't really watch any of that.
Well, neither did I. But I heard it was a good movie, and I watched it. Oh, this is really good. Now, Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, hey, you want to watch Doom Patrol on Friday?
I know. I'm like, what? What the fuck is Doom Patrol?
Yeah. I just went with Zac Efron, so now it's your turn. Oh,
Yeah,
but
but
you
I
went
went
Zac
Zac
Efron.
Efron too,
So
so
now
you-
it's my turn again. I
Yeah.
know. I think you should go because then now we'll be even with our back and forth because you had 7.
But you had 5.
Yeah, so you go now.
All right.
My math might be off, but you know what's new.
I don't know if you've heard of this next guy. I was gonna go Stephen Amell.
Oh, wow! Now I feel like a dick. He's not even on my list because I was like, that wouldn't go. But God, I would fucking cream in my pants if Stephen Amell became
I can't believe he's
Batman.
not on your list. It's literally the same character.
Yeah, that's why he'd be amazing for it. He would be.
I think he would be good, but I don't think they would ever pick him. But that was
I don't
my
think
pick.
so either. That's why. And then I was like, well, he's doing Arrow. They can't cast him as Batman right now. Although he's probably gonna die next season of Arrow, so it won't matter.
I mean, Arrow's
but-
not gonna go on for much longer.
Yeah, I think he'll die next crossover, and then maybe they'll switch it to Miko or whatever. But
Ugh, that's when I'm done.
yeah, maybe me too. I don't know. I'd have that. Oh my god, that'd be so awesome. He is like perfect for the role of Batman.
Yeah, that's what I
'Cause
thought. I mean,
he's been playing Batman for
he's
7 years on
right
TV.
now he's a green Batman with
Arrows.
arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me excited now.
Oh my god.
We might need to take a $5.
Stop. Fucking weirdo. I was wondering why you didn't have an Arrow Pop figure up here.
Yeah, I was gonna put one of my next people on here too, but you wouldn't let me, you fucking prick. Next guy I got Kit Harington.
Is it because he's brooding?
Yeah, I just think he'd be like. There was rumors like back when I don't know, one of the second times fucking Ben Affleck quit being Batman. You know, that they were like, oh, we're looking at Kit Harington, and I was like, oh, Jon Snow is Batman.
You know nothing, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I think he'd be good. He's another person that you're like, oh, I can totally see him being a loner. And like in Game of Thrones, he kind of is the bat. Like he's like a loner, but then he'll fucking like kick anybody's ass. Like no one can beat him in a battle, just like no one can really beat Bruce Wayne. You know, like or
Yeah.
Batman. Like I think that'd be really good.
Except
Uh,
Ollie.
Yeah, that little boy did kind of get him. He kind of got him in a corner.
Yeah. I've never seen Kit Harington in anything but Game of Thrones.
And you know what? Like another kind of comparison to him to Bruce Wayne.
Back on Seth Meyers.
Ygritte, you know, she was kind of like his Catwoman. She gets in the way, and like they got a little relationship.
That's a stretch.
They could get his wife
Oh
to
my
play Catwoman in the movie.
Not the
Bam!
joke.
I'm doing all your work for you.
It's not my work.
Talking to Warner Brothers, they're
Take
watching.
someone from
They're
Game
watching.
of Thrones and put
they're
him in
watching this.
Batman.
You know,
No.
next one, Tyrion Lannister.
I think he's too short. And speaking of too short, I think Kit Harington might be too short. No, I
They
don't
can
know.
put him on an apple box.
On a what?
An apple box. Every scene, they'll just stand on an apple box in a
That's
Batman
cool
suit.
for fight scenes.
Well, the fight scenes, it's gonna be a stunt double most of the time, anyways. He'll just be walking around as Bruce
Oh,
Wayne.
So it's gonna be fake.
Yeah, it'd be all CGI.
No,
but
I don't know.
I think he'd be really awesome.
It's interesting, but
Seems like you're against it because you're kind of a prick-ass prick.
No, I'm not
You're
against
like,
it.
I don't like Jon Snow.
No, I don't. I'm not against it at all. I just haven't seen him in anything but Game of Thrones.
You didn't watch that really long tennis match he did with the Lonely
No,
Islands?
and I wanted to. And
Yeah, I
I
wanted
just
to
never.
too.
I just never think about it.
I even am on HBO. Like, I should watch that. Or I could watch another episode of Entourage. And then I just
You're
started
talking to a
watching
guy who
Entourage.
watched Three Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers. in
Three
the last 2
random
days.
brothers. Yeah.
Which that too was awesome, by the way. Okay, so am I next?
I was just going to start reading mine.
No. Well, the reason I was
Yeah, go
giving
ahead.
you shit for someone from Game of Thrones,
Oh, it's because you have like Jamie Lannister or something on there.
Richard Madden.
Is that John Madden's son?
Yeah,
No, who's Richard Madden?
it's Rob Stark.
Oh, I could see that too. They should both audition.
they're
and
brothers.
Then, well, yeah, but not in real life.
I know.
But yeah, I could totally see that. I could see him as. I haven't seen him
Now
in
him-
much, and
but that's
you,
the
You've seen
thing.
that Bodyguard show that you watched that
That
you
he
said I
was
should
real-
watch, and I didn't.
And he won a Gold Globe for,
Yeah,
I think. He was really good in that.
if he was in a Batman
So
suit,
now
would you
that's-
think he was cool in that?
I mean, isn't anybody cool in a Batman suit? I mean, that was kind of my point
Let me see. Who would not be cool in a Batman suit?
Michael Cera.
Yeah, Michael Cera.
I did
no
see
matter,
him on lists.
No matter
Did
how
you see
he,
him on lists when you were looking?
No,
Oh, I did.
you probably were looking at like fake lists that you wrote yourself.
Oh,
Maybe
no, he's
like-
not on my list.
And like Michael Cera.
Although, if you could get Michael Cera as Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could maybe have like, I don't know, who could be Alfred? Like, just get the whole Arrested
Just
Development.
get Seth.
crew.
Oh, Arrested Development. Oh,
Yeah.
get Job as Alfred. He could do the chicken dance.
No, Joe would have to be Robin, so he could be mad the whole time.
Oh yeah.
He'd be
Okay.
like, no, I'm Batman.
They can make jokes to the Lego Movie and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Jason Bateman could be.
They could make a comedy Batman movie.
People would fucking hate that.
Yeah, me and you'd be the only people going to see that.
Yeah.
But I can see what was his name? John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden.
I can see John Madden playing Batman.
I saw him on a list, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I could totally see him as
Mhm.
that.
I think that would be one of the people. I don't
I
think people
actually-
would get too mad about casting
And
him.
the list I was looking at, I googled like a couple lists of people.
Mhm.
Like one I was like, actors under 30, and then like 90% of them were girls. I'm like, that's not gonna work for Batman. Maybe Batwoman.
Hey, we gotta be progressive.
But Kit Harington was on the same list as.
Oh, you're peeping on my
Madden.
list.
Yeah.
You fucking cheater.
Yeah. Anyways, next.
You're looking over my shoulder and he's got Kit Harington. Okay, that's
Oh, you only got 5. I'm gonna do 2 more.
what a dick. My next one I got Ben Barnes. You know who that is? I'm testing you with names, you fucking prick ass prick.
I do know who that is, but I
It's
can't.
Logan from Westworld. He's also in
Uh,
Punisher.
Oh, because you're.
There's a lot of things.
He likes one of your tweets, and now all of a sudden you.
Hey,
love
you
him.
know, some guy tickles your ball sack once. You learn to love him. You know what I mean? But
No.
I just watched Punisher season 2. I love him in Westworld both seasons. I think he'd be a very cool Bruce Wayne and Batman. Because like in the Punisher, he's a rich guy. He ends up losing all because he's the evil dude. But
Well, he's a rich guy in Westworld too.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. In like Westworld,
And he loses it
he's the son of a billionaire and all this stuff. So he's kind of played the Bruce Wayne role a bit in things. And
I could totally see him as Bruce Wayne. I can't picture him as Batman, but I've only
I've
seen him in Westworld.
I've seen him fights of a Punisher. That's what made me kind of think of
Yeah.
it too. And then online, I've seen people post it. And I was like, oh yeah, get fucking Logan from Westworld as Batman.
Are you gonna call him Logan from Westworld if he becomes
Every
Batman?
time we'll do a review on the movie in 2 years, and I'm like, so Logan from Westworld was doing this, and no, what we're talking about, but I'll be excited because I get to talk about Westworld again. By the time this Batman movie comes out, I think we would have seen Westworld season 3.
Yeah, probably season 4 by the time this thing comes out.
I don't know. It takes him 8 years to make a season, but I think he is one. Like, he's another guy that I'm like, oh fuck it, he's
That's-
Batman.
3 HBO guys in a row.
Yeah, HBO casts well. They really do.
Yeah, like I said, I was just watching Band of Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a bad casting in any of their shows. Even the shows that like aren't that great, they still have really good people
Yeah.
in them. It's your turn, right?
Yeah.
I have one guy left. I'll be interested if you have him on your list or not. This is when I wrote down. I was like, oh, I could see you picking him.
I don't think you have either one of the next 2 guys I have.
Oh, okay. So there it goes. There, my whole thing. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So Donald Glover would be next.
Never would happen, but I would love that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool. Maybe they could come in because like in the Batwoman show, they are doing Batwing, and that's a black Batman, and it's Lucius Fox's son. I could see him playing that in the movies and stuff. But
People
I
would
don't-
probably have a conniption if Batman was black.
see, but they might not if it's Donald Glover. I think he gets a pass with things because he's so popular. I think people would be like, maybe, but
Well,
I still don't think it would happen.
Do you know why I picked him?
'Cause he's childish, Gambino.
No,
Oh.
and please don't ever do that again. Because when we went and saw Star Wars or Solo,
Mm-hmm.
and every scene he was in, I was just like, God, he's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be the same way if he was Batman. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he wanted to be Miles Morales for a long time, and then he kind of got too old, and they cast him as his uncle in Homecoming.
Yeah.
I think he'd be very interesting as Batman. That'd be another one that's like, oh, this is gonna be different. Okay,
It'd be different, and I mean,
it would give them a chance to because casting him as a black Batman, now you can change other things that you want to do differently too. Because you've already changed the character's race.
well,
Might as well change some other things
I
if
mean,
you
just
want.
think about it. Everyone will go, oh, Batman's white. Yeah. When was Batman invented? So I mean, there's probably not a black person in the comic.
Probably not. Honestly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, at least for a while.
Mhm.
And so that's the only reason he's white is because.
It's
of
because
that.
it's just, they made him that way, and and they would have been
Yeah.
shamed if they did that back in the day, anyways.
So I mean, I don't know. I just think he would be super entertaining.
I think he would. He'd be really
He's
interesting.
charismatic and everything, and it's just
Yeah, I can pull him off. Like I can totally see him being like very charming as Bruce Wayne, and then
Mhm.
kicking someone's ass as Batman.
Yeah, I do kind of picture him when he's fighting, dancing like he does in that video.
In the Batman suit, doing all that.
Sort of.
That'd be weird. See, that's the thing is too. I picture him like I can see him very charming as Bruce Wayne, but he's very goofy. So I would always, I think, be waiting for him to be goofy as Batman. And
But he wasn't good in Solo.
yeah, and he wouldn't be. And I think it'd be a good thing for him too, because it would show how different he could be too.
Yeah. That was the second person that popped in my head. Jon Hamm was the first.
Yeah, you said that we actually talked about this last night. You're like, can I say one crazy like Donald Glover? And I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
My last one I got Ryan Gosling.
I almost put him on my list.
That when I picked him, I was like, oh, he might have this. I try not to pick things that you will,
Yeah.
just that we have more people to talk about. I think he's a very good actor.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been in like a
Superhero.
like mainstream movie like that.
Right.
And I think it'd be cool. I think it would get a lot of people in the theaters too, picking him as Batman.
That's for sure.
Like if they like, because
Girls would go see it.
the DC movies, like Jason Momoa, a lot of girls went and saw Aquaman because they're like, oh, he's gonna be in it and he's shirtless the whole time.
Yeah.
So like I think
it still sucks.
maybe well yeah, I mean wasn't the worst DC movie, but it wasn't the best. But I think he'd be good for them for theater tickets, and I think he's a strong enough actor that he could do it too. Wouldn't be my first choice, but I think he'd be really good in the role.
My personal opinion, just thinking of it off the top of my head, I think he would be fine doing it. I think he'd be good at it, but I don't think he would do it.
Yeah, I feel like he might pass on it.
He'd be like, I'm good.
And then so like we'll give you like
Haiti.
Yeah, we'll give you Haiti. And he's like, oh, I've always wanted Haiti. I guess I'll do it now.
Yeah, why the fuck would you want Haiti?
I don't know why you picked that.
I don't know. First island that popped in my head.
So you have one more.
Yep.
I was gonna say, should I guess? But I don't think I'll be able to guess it. So you should probably just say it.
What if I give you a hint?
Okay.
He's in The Wire.
Omar Little.
No. Besides, I would have.
Have I seen him? I've only seen the first 2 seasons of The Wire. So have I seen him in The Wire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it McNulty?
Nope.
Littlefinger?
Nope.
Okay, just tell me. I have no idea.
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, that's another one that I think I'd cream my pants for. Michael B. Jordan was Batman.
I just pictured his.
I'd see anything Michael B. Jordan does. He's taking a shit outside. I'd be like, well, I'll go see that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch Michael B. Jordan take a shit, but I think he'd be good as Batman.
Yeah, he'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he was.
Like, he was awesome as Killmonger. I would love to see him be like
he was fucking evil.
I'd say let's see him be a hero. We have seen him be a hero, but that was in a shitty movie. But he was good in that movie anyways, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him being a
big
good.
He was like in Creed and stuff, and I mean, you could totally just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is another person that I think, just like Donald Glover, that if you cast a black guy as Batman, he might get a slide for people being like, "What the fuck?"
He'd get a slide.
But like,
I think
there'd still be a little bit of hate for both, regardless. But I think for the most part, people would be like, "Oh, okay," because like that, they're such good actors and so popular.
Yeah.
And he's also another person, I think, like Ryan Gosling, that would get a lot of people in the theater to go see.
Yeah, I think as I was putting him down, I was like, because I just didn't think of him at first, and then so he's like the last one I wrote down. I was like, he might be my favorite one out of all these.
Yeah, that's really good. That never even occurred to me, but that's really good.
I don't know.
If I had to pick one person on my list, I think I'd pick Kit Harington out of everybody on there.
Yeah, I tried to make my list like diverse, like make it like different people. So Michael B. Jordan, I just think would be the coolest. But like I said, Jon Hamm's perfect for it.
Yeah, Jon Hamm would be great too.
And the other guys I listed, I thought would be decent at it.
Yeah.
Plus, if they get someone, like say he fights the Joker, which we have never seen before, it just depends who the Joker is.
So do you think in this series, do you think they're gonna? I guess it probably depends. If Shazam does well, they'll keep this in the universe. But I think if Shazam doesn't do great, this is just gonna like be like the Dark Knight movies and be its own thing. So do you think if that's the case, say this is its own movies, do you think they'll cast another Joker?
Yeah.
In that series, because they said there's supposed to be a couple of villains in this movie, like a whole rogues gallery of villains.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's basically confirmed the Penguin's going to be in it.
Who was the Joker last time? It was
Jared Leto.
Yeah, I know you liked him. I didn't think he was anything special.
But yeah, I didn't hate him.
I hate
Like
him.
with that, I thought he was just okay. Like he didn't bring anything too great to the role,
No.
but they also said that supposedly they cut out an entire movie's worth of footage of him.
Well, we only wanted to see one movie at a time, so I
Yeah.
don't know what they were thinking. With
But
that.
yeah, I wanted him to be really cool. I didn't mind his look like everyone else hated it. I thought he looked fine, you know. Joker's
Yeah, I don't
Joker's supposed to
care
be
what he looks
crazy,
like.
so I didn't mind that.
I mean, especially sharing the scenes with
Margot Robbie.
as Harley Quinn. I mean, she was Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and then he
So like it was just like
I really liked. There was a rumor at the time that he wasn't really the Joker. He was Jason Todd after being beat by the Joker so badly that like he was dressing up like him and like kind of lost his mind. That's why because there was like I think it's just a J tattoo like on his face, and I was like, oh, it could be for Jason Todd. Then it's just Joker, but that was a huge rumor at the time,
I don't remember that.
and I think that would have been neat, and that would have showed like why he was so different. Is like because it wasn't the Joker, it was Jason Todd. It'd been like a spin on the Red Hood type situation.
Yeah, that'd have been interesting. At least something different.
But yeah, so that's it. That's it for our casting video. I think we picked pretty good people. If anybody on our list gets picked, you know, we picked it, and I think we should get a cut of the profits of the movie.
You think so? Huh?
Yeah,
I don't know if it works that way, but that'd be cool.
we casted the character for Warner Brothers. They watched our video and they're like, they're on to something. Let's pick Harrington.
Let's get that Michael B. Jordan guy.
Yeah, they didn't even know who he was until they watched this video.
Probably not.
He's
which is not a good sign.
Isn't Creed made by Warner Brothers?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know either. But all right, that's it for this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below who you think would be a good Batman, and we'll see you guys next time for more Pleeka. We were just talking for like 5 minutes, and I realized I didn't hit record on the audio, so.